Well, hello. I want to first thank everybody for your well wishes and your prayers after my mother's passing. It means so much to me and my family. Thank you so much. And today, I'm just going to share, before my mother's passing, we had driven up to Connecticut, and we had went to a flea market up there that I really enjoy going to, and ultimately ended up having to fly home the next day because things had turned for my mother's health. So, but the day before I flew home, I did a little flea market trip, and I did a little bit of recording. So I'm going to share that with you, and I'm going to share some of the finds I got, and I'm going to do that next. All right, here we are in Mansfield Central, Mansfield Station, Mansfield something, Connecticut, where they have a big, gigantic flea market. And of course, we're in Connecticut, so that only can mean one thing: we're visiting the grandkids. And I have found some cool stuff at this flea market in the past. Every time we come up during the summer, we'll hit up this flea market. So I'm going to take you along if I find anything interesting and share it with you next. I picked up these two for $5, $2.50 a piece. Didn't think it was a bad price. CDs are in excellent condition. There are a lot of good ones there, but these are the two I decided on. And it keeps going.
Mike, how much you want for the wheels, bro? Mikey. How much for the wheels, Mikey?
Good stuff. But priced out of the poor man Audiophile's budget. But a lot of good stuff at this one. Look at the stones. Dylan.
Or if you see some sort of like pretty glass,
$25, $40, $40. course, I have all these. I want to rummage through.
Mike, you're so mean. So mean, dude. You're so mean. Oh, it's an air pump.
All right, heading back to the truck. We're all done here. I found some records I'll show when we get back to the house, $3 a piece. But there was also a lot of record vendors here, and some of them had some really good stuff. I showed you that one that had them for $10 to $25. Found one guy that had some sealed Pink Floyd and stuff. He wanted 95 bucks for one of them, and you know, I wasn't here for big dollar records. I did find some for $3 a piece. I'll share them with you when I back to the house. But that was the day at the flea market. So we'll see you back at the house, and I'll share the records I found. I already showed you the Beatles CDs I bought for $2.50 a piece. So I did okay. See you back at the house. So there was the trip to the flea market. And some of the things I already showed you. I picked up a couple of Beatles CDs. I don't believe I have these ones, so I picked them up. They were, what, $2.50 a piece. I think I paid, $5 for both. I didn't think that was too bad. I also got some albums. I'm going to share them with you. These, I think I paid $3 a piece for. I got Jay Giles' Love Stinks. Thought that was a good find. So I picked it up. I also picked up George Thorogood and the Destroyers. I said, that's a pretty cool find, so I picked it up. And these are all in really good shape, and they came with these sleeves for $3. Couldn't beat it. I also picked up an old Steppenwolf, the Monster. So that's old classic stoner rock, I guess. So I picked that one up. These are all from the same vendor. I also picked up Foghat tight shoes, and I just talked about Foghat on my video about bands that they don't play on the radio anymore. So picked up some Foghat, and I picked up another stoner rock Steppenwolf. What is that one? Slow Flux. So I picked that one up. Not real familiar with this one, but I'm going to check it out. I also got, and I enjoy this guy's playing, Leon Russell. Picked up a Leon Russell, rockin' piano player. Quite a talented dude. I got that one. And lastly, at the flea market, I picked up Scandal. Hey, 80s, man. Can't beat Scandal. I mean, Patti Smith, I think she was considered, Eddie Van Halen considered her to replace David Lee Roth at one point. So I picked that one up. And on a separate trip to a flea market, a thrift store while we were up there, prior to the flea market, I picked up a handful of records there. I think I paid $1.99 for all but one of them. One of them I paid $5 for. But I got Zappa and Beefheart. Picked it up live. I picked up another Frank Zappa. Let me grab it here. Hot Rats. Boy, these are some trippy records. But I picked this one up, and these are in pretty good shape. Not perfect shape, but I listened to them the other day, and they sound pretty good. Not a lot of noise. I also picked up Graham Nash, Earth and Sky. Picked that one up. Pretty mellow rock. I enjoyed it. And this one was $5, but I had to add it to my collection because I didn't have it. The Police. Had to get this one. Got a bunch of their hits on it. This one was $5, but I picked it up. So those are my thrift store / flea market finds. And I just wanted to share that. And again, thank you so much for the well wishes and the thoughts and the prayers. My family thanks you, and I thank you. And that's about it for this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click that notification so you know when I'm posting another one. And until next time, I thank you for your time, and I thank you so much for watching.
Bye.